In this video, we are going to talk about Rahu's transit into the Mrigshira Nakshatra and Padas and more. So keep watching. Namaste and welcome to Pramanik Astrology channel. I'm your host Prasad Mahazani. Help you raise your vibrations and become your true self with the help of Vedic astrology. Rahu transits into the Mrigshira Nakshatra. We are not going to talk about all ascendants and moons. Okay, we are not going to cover that. If you are looking for that, don't watch this video. This video is not for you. We are going to talk about the Rahu into the Mrigshira Nakshatra and more about it than just, what it means to all other signs. So, Mrigshira Nakshatra is planetary ruler is Mars, and the deity of the Mrigshira is Soma, that is the name of the moon, and it is the god of immortality. The symbol of the Mrigshira Nakshatra is the head of a deer. Mruga literally means deer, and Shira is the word for the head. Mrigshira is the head of a deer. Okay, and what is the power of this nakshatra? The power of this nakshatra is the power of fulfillment. Mrigshira represents fulfillment. It is a soft nakshatra and a passive nakshatra. Mrigshira nakshatra ranges from 23rd degrees 20 minutes of the Taurus to the 6 degrees 40 minutes of the Gemini. It has 4 padas. The Leo, Virgo, Libra and Scorpio are the 4 padas of the Mrigshira nakshatra. Rahu is transiting right now into the Ardra nakshatra. Rahu always transits retrograde, so it will go backwards. So when Rahu is transiting, it won't transit to the sign of Cancer from the sign of Gemini. It will go to the sign of Taurus. On 20th May 2020, Rahu will transit into the Mrigshira Nakshatra, and it will be into the Mrigshira Nakshatra till 26th January 2021. These are mean node calculations and not the true one. Okay, and the Mrigshira Nakshatra has 4 padas, and Rahu will be in each pada for 2 months. So from 20th May to the 2 months, it will be into the pada of Scorpio. And for the next 2 months, it will be into the pada of the Libra. And the next 2 months, Virgo, and the next 2 months into the Leo. But Scorpio pada and the Libra pada is into the sign of Gemini. And the Virgo and the Leo pada is into the sign of Taurus. Now let's talk about Mrigshira Nakshatra. The Mrigshira Nakshatra is passive and soft, so it is more about looking for answers. The intention of this nakshatra is to get moksha. It is a spiritual and intellectual nakshatra. And the deity of the nakshatra Soma is about the healing. And right now, we need healing more than any other time in the history of humanity. We all need healing. The deity of the Rahu, due to the deity of the Rahu, this Rahu becomes softer, I would say, as compared to Rahu in Ardra. Rahu in the nakshatra of Mrigshira, which has the deity of the Soma, which is the god of immortality, which is the god of healing. It is the juice, the Soma rasa, which is consumed by the Indra and Varun, and they become immortal. All gods get the nectar, the Soma rasa, and they become immortal. Now, on 20th May, Rahu will come into the sign of Gemini in the Mrigshira Nakshatra Scorpio pada. Scorpio is the sign which is all about the occult, mysticism and transformation. And what is Rahu? Rahu is an illusion. Rahu is transformation. Rahu is an agent of change which brings in the change. So when Rahu is into the healing nakshatra of Mrigshira into the Scorpio pada, it will still be challenging It will still have that intense energy of Scorpio with that, but it is going to heal that. Another signification of Mrigshira Nakshatra is always looking for information. Mrigshira Nakshatra, which is the symbol, is the head of the deer, is always looking for the information. They want more information, but they hardly take any action on the information they have consumed. The creation process happens mostly into the sign of Taurus. Right now, in a Gemini sign, in a Mrigshira Nakshatra, it will only consume the information. But again, this is Rahu. It is the Maya, the illusion. Now you have to be careful about the source of information, from where you are getting this information. You always have to be careful. You have to, don't assume anything, question everything. Okay? Because it's Rahu. Then when Rahu goes into the sign of Taurus after September, it will still be in the Mrigshira Nakshatra, but into the second and the first pada of the Mrigshira Nakshatra. And now it will start to create something. In Gemini, it will only collect the information, and due to the passive nature, will hardly take any action against it. Now, on 5th of June and 5th of July, there will be lunar eclipses, and on 21st of June and in November, there will be solar eclipses as well. And Rahu will be involved into all these eclipses during the Mrigshira Nakshatra transit. More than that, if you have ascendant into the sign of Gemini and Taurus, or you have any self-defining factors, like your ascendant lord is going into the Mrigshira Nakshatra, or the 10th lord is going into the Mrigshira Nakshatra, 7th lord, 12th lord, then this transit becomes important for you. Rahu brings in the transformation, and this transformation is not always bad. It brings in the transformation based on the sign it is placed in and house it is transiting and the planets placed in your natal chart. Okay, the first thing to understand during this transit is to go deep into your information. You have to get to the root of the information, that is Scorpio. It is going to bring in mystical and occult information, and you yourself will be searching more and more of the information during this transit. The deity Soma will bring in more and more healing. Earlier Rahu was into the nakshatra of Rahu, now it is into the nakshatra of its friend Mercury. Earlier Rahu was into the nakshatra of Ardra, which is ruled by Rahu, and now it is into the nakshatra of Mars and having a deity of Soma, which really calms down this otherwise chaotic energy of Rahu. Okay, and when it goes to the Libra Pada, it becomes even more stable and balanced. If you want to know more about Vedic astrology, these two videos on your screen, go and watch them. Those will help you to dive deep into Vedic astrology, sending you tons of positive energy, sending you high vibes. See you in the next videos. Love and peace. Namaste.